Hello, welcome everyone. So great to be with you today. Welcome to Sahaj Yoga Meditation. This is our Journey Within series. And today is day 60. And our topic is on the attention and effortless meditation. My name is Louisa.
And my name is Anjan. Welcome everyone.
And we're coming to you from South Florida. So if you are here for the very first time, a big welcome to you. And if you are here for the first time, if you would please take a moment and use the chat function to indicate that you're here for the first time, then our team will put you into a separate breakout room so they can properly introduce Sahaj Yoga Meditation to you. So now we'll carry on with our topic of attention and effortless meditation.
Thank you, Louisa. So when we talk of attention, and oftentimes when this question is asked, what is attention? It tends to draw a few blank stares. And the reason is the response comes back more along the lines of an activity. So examples of a response would be, is it focus? Is it when I'm able to concentrate? And it's neither, right? Because either one is an activity. And if we remember the subtle system from the previous classes, we know that the right side is the side of our activity. And the whole point is, how do we come to the center where the energy within us, the Kundalini within us, is the one that is doing what she knows best to do, which is to bring us into balance. And that's why attention and effortlessness are kind of tied together. So then back to the question of what is then attention? And I guess the easiest way to understand it is that it's a sum total of what our senses are giving us, right? It's a sum total of our awareness. So as an example, right now, Louisa and I are in your attention. The photograph of Shri Mataji is in your attention. Our voices are in your attention. However, maybe the ocean or the sky is not, because we can't see it. If somebody is meditating outside, maybe it is. But in our case, or in most of the cases, it is not in our attention, which means we are not able to see it, we are not able to touch it, we are not able to hear it. So our attention doesn't know or is not aware at that point of those things that I mentioned, like the sky or the ocean. So if we understand that, then we also understand that if all the time our senses are being bombarded by whatever it might be, our work, social media, our relationships, then it just starts getting inundated with a lot of noise. So if I may, if let's imagine this sheet of paper, a clean blank sheet of paper, is our attention when we are born. So as a baby, we are completely innocent, and this is our attention. Fast forward maybe 20 years. And maybe this is what the attention looks like, right? So maybe the blue is our work details. There is some red in there, which I'm not sure if the camera is showing you, but let's say the red is our relationships, and then other things that are muddying up our attention. So we have talked about thoughtless awareness. Now, that is the gateway to purify the attention back to this, hopefully. Um, as we meditate, as the energy within us starts to work on our attention, essentially it creates this protection around it, where slowly it is given time to mature, to purify itself. And Shri Mataji would give this beautiful example of what is a good attention. And it would be, she would ask us to imagine like we are sitting in a modern automobile where the air conditioning is turned on and we are comfortably driving inside. And it doesn't matter what's happening outside. It might be raining, it might be super hot, but inside the car, we are completely protected. So when our attention is allowed to mature, then within us, that protection develops where it doesn't matter what we get hit with, it gets a chance to recover and bring us back into the center, which is the reality. So, another way to understand it would be when you have a little sapling, it cannot take a lot of harsh conditions like strong winds or water. It has to be protected to allow it to grow. And the attention is the most important thing we have, so much so that even in social media or marketing, it's a term called attention real estate. And it is something that is our own. It is something that we owe ourselves to mature, to let it settle in the silence of the meditation, so that the self or the spirit that we talk about, that is reflected in the heart, is allowed to reflect on this pure attention. And really, the end goal is joy, right? So, there is a beautiful Sanskrit word. It's made up of three different words, actually. It's called Sat, Chit, Anand. And Sat means the reality, the truth. Chit means the attention. And Anand is the joy. So the whole reason why we would go through this effort, or in an effortless way, to allow our attention to get purified, is at the end of it is peace, is joy, is self-knowledge. So that's what we are working towards when we say, let's allow our attention to be purified. So the second piece of it, which is effortlessness, is frankly an alien concept to us as human beings. And that is because since we are born, we know or we have learned that we have to put in some sort of effort to get something. It's just how we are wired. However, if we look at anything that's vital to us, our breathing, our heart beating, our stomach digesting our food, we really didn't have to do much for these things to work. We were born, somehow we immediately started breathing. Our heart started pumping the blood, knowing exactly where to send the impure blood and where to send the pure blood. When we eat something, our stomach automatically knows what to do with it. So anything that's vital to us is effortless. So similarly, if knowing ourselves is so vital to us, then that also needs to be effortless. And I'll demonstrate again why. So maybe we can cognitively or through our intelligence kind of understand. So let's say back to this sheet of paper being our attention. So if this is the attention, then imagine this energy which is rising from the base of the spine. It is actually carrying our attention up, right? All the way to the seventh energy center, to the Sahasrara. So as you can see, there is nothing that we can do through our effort, through our intelligence, through our brain power to make this work. This is purely something that our Kundalini, this energy within us, that can do it. And the trigger for this energy is our desire. So our desire which this energy responds to is the one that then manifests with this energy, raising our attention up, our awareness up, all the way to this seventh energy center. So the attention and then the effortlessness behind it are our most vital assets, if you will. So, with that, I will invite us to now do a foot soak. And hopefully, at the end of the foot soak, the attention has started to settle and we can see the benefits of how effortlessness helps it. So, Louisa, over to you.
Sure. Yeah, it's absolutely right. And I remember when I first started meditating, I had a difficult time because, let's say, in the 15 minutes, as the instructor tells you to sit for meditation, up until minute 14, I couldn't be in meditation. And it was only on that last minute that I was in meditation. And when I realized what difference that made, what made that difference, I realized that I wasn't trying. I was putting in all this effort for 14 minutes to be in meditation, and it didn't go anywhere. And then I finally didn't put in any effort, and there I was. So it's something that we have to be reminded of often, isn't it? So if any of you are out there that find it to be a little bit of a challenge at times to be in meditation, don't feel alone. It happens to all of us, but it's just a reminder that you might be putting in effort that's not needed. So,
And one other thing is it's important to also know where within us the attention resides. Where does it live? So it lives in the physical organ of the liver. And anything we do to make the liver overwork, too much coffee, too much caffeine, or too much alcohol, or whatever it is, anything that makes our liver overwork also then impacts our attention. So that's just something to know about ourselves.
yeah, great. Okay, so now let's prepare for the foot soak. So before we put our feet in the water, let's keep our feet flat on the Mother Earth. And let's start by raising our Kundalini and putting ourselves in abundance. We can give the water abundant also with our right hand clockwise from our hearts, desiring within that, Mother, please allow this water to become subtle enough to absorb any imbalances. Let's put our feet in. Let's close our eyes, sit comfortably with our hands open on our lap. And let's just take a moment and put a little attention on how we're sitting also, because the way we sit also plays a role in our overall meditative state. So let's keep our hands open with a lot of care. You might have to adjust them so that they're open with that love behind your hands. And we can also bend our head down a little bit, bringing it closer towards our heart. And just taking a few deep breaths through our nose to further relax ourselves. And just notice your attention. Where is your attention right now? I like to ask myself the question, where is my attention right now? Go ahead and just ask that question within. Where is my attention right now? And it just allows the attention to settle down a little bit more. Let's go ahead and work on balancing our left energy channel by pointing our right hand down towards the Mother Earth. From within, let's express our desire in whatever language comes best from our hearts. Mother, please take away any imbalances affecting my left side and let them be absorbed into the Mother Earth. We can offer the mantra to the left side, which is to Shri Mahakali. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahakali Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Again, letting go of any effort that might be coming up. The only requirement is our desire. There's nothing for us to do, but just enjoy the benefits inside of our Kundalini, settling down our attention little by little. We can also ask for the joy of our spirit to be awakened. Mother, please awaken the joy in my heart. Please let your joy dissolve anything else in the way. There is nothing greater, more powerful than your joy. Now we can bring our right hand back on our lap. And now we'll work on our right side by raising the left hand up with the palm facing the back. Again, just putting attention on yourself, making sure you're not taking any part of this for granted. It's nothing mechanical that we're doing, but each and every time we're coming to this from our hearts. And sometimes if it doesn't feel like it is coming from your heart, the best part in Sage Yoga meditation is you can ask for that also to be provided to you. We can say, Mother, you are the doer. I do nothing. Please take away any unnecessary thoughts that I may be having and let them all be absorbed into the ether. We don't need any of them right now. Right now, we owe it to ourselves to come into balance so that we can reconnect to our true self. Mother, the effort comes from you, not from me. Again, just pay attention or even ask yourself, where is my attention right now? And let go. Just let go. Shri Saraswati. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Saraswati Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. Let's bring down our left hand, keeping our attention on our central channel, just allowing our attention to very gradually, without effort, be situated at the top of our head, at our Sahasrara. You can feel within yourself when you're putting effort and when you're not. So you'll have to just observe and apply that. When you feel you're letting go, just continue to dissolve in that oneness. We can also work on our attention in another way by taking our left hand and placing it on the right side of our abdomen where our liver is, the seat of our attention. Maintaining that state of thoughtlessness, from our hearts we desire that, Mother, please purify my attention. I want my attention to be clean and strong and not get wavered by anything. Mother, please purify my attention. Again, just relax the attention, be aware. As soon as you're aware, it just brings you in the present. But just keep being alert. Our attention loves to wander. It goes faster than we think. Let's bring our hand back on our lap. Continue to have our attention on our Sahasrara. Shri Mahalakshmi. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namah. How is your attention right now? Just take note. Remember this. and know that it's very possible for us to be in this state more and more often. And this is the reality. And just briefly, we can take a moment and give thanks within. I always like to express gratitude towards this Kundalini energy because I find that the experience of silence and peace stays with me longer when I express my gratitude. We can take our right hand and place it on our heart with our head bent forward. And we just say, Mother, thank you from the bottom of my heart for considering me to be worthy of your love. We can bring our hand back down. And we can open our eyes. And we can rinse our feet and dry them. And then we'll prepare to listen to Shri Mataji's talk.
You all should know that as the tree grows, the roots have to grow much deeper and they should spread also. If it doesn't happen, the tree cannot be sustained only by Mother Earth. So the roots are in your own life, in your own heart. When we say we have become our own guru, we should really try to find out with our introspection, are we our guru or not? Because before this, your mind was on one side and your heart was on another side and your attention was in another dimension. So these three things were creating confusion within you. If you understand a human being, then you will be surprised to see how these three things act separately in a human being. And sometimes they fight also. First is your intellect and your mind. Second is your heart, your feelings, your emotions. And the third one is your attention. In these modern times, this confusion is the worst because all the time your attention is outside. It could be towards beautiful things or beautiful women or beautiful men or all kinds of nonsensical way of wasting your energy. Such attention then is absolutely like a horse which is let loose. You cannot control such an attention. And this attention runs wild from one to another. It is a fashion also. It's sort of a very popular thing to keep the attention moving all the time. But this attention that has to be towards the divine, towards the Almighty, is just being frittered away. Thus, attention doesn't grow its own roots. First is to find out about yourself. Where does your attention go? What makes you feel like looking after or concern or attention? You see, the attention comes from various problems and could be your upbringing where you are not controlled. Could be your education, could be your atmosphere in which you live, or could be your own ego or your conditioning. So this attention is being attacked by all these outside energies or negative forces, and it gets entangled. Like a river flowing straight into the ocean can get lost in a barren place. In the same way, this attention, which has to go towards the divine, gets frittered away and is furnished. This weak attention cannot take you towards the divine. Ultimately, you find that all this attention is being completely absorbed or frittered away by the nonsense that's going on. Unfortunately or fortunately, you are born in these modern times. And in these modern times, as you know, it's a very chaotic condition. In these chaotic conditions, you don't know what is right and what is wrong. And there are all kinds of attractions which can take away your attention and reduce the energy of your attention. It is possible more for the people who are very right-sided. Also, the left-sided people can be very much affected. Right-sided people, as you know, go up to a point and become extremely dry, self-opinionated and aggressive. All their attention is in aggression. While the people who are on the left side are indulging too much into their own whims and their desires and their own temptations. Both sides can fritter away your attention, which is the most important. It is the most valuable thing is your attention. But the attention cannot be controlled by a person who doesn't have a weak mind or a weak heart. Now, supposing you take somebody who is a very intelligent person. The intelligent person puts all his attention in capturing the attention of others. I don't know why, but it's a kind of a paradox. The person who himself is having such a lot of aggressiveness and all that tries to be very sweet, tries to be very nice with people just to keep good relations, or we can say the good behavior towards people so that they pay attention to that person. This is a very subtle thing. They are not even aware about it, that we do such a thing just to make others pay attention to us. That is how we have seen that in these modern times, so many stupid things people do just to attract the attention of others. Most of the fads that had come up in modern times are just to make something stupid so that people should pay attention to them. Of course, the Saj Yogis are not like that. But I am just pointing it out. How in the modern times you have to be very careful that you should not try to attract the attention of others. Instead of that, what you have to do is to pay attention to others in a very subtle way, not with any expectation that if you are paying attention to somebody, that person should pay attention to you. It's a very big struggle I have seen in Saj Yoga also, that people try to say, become very popular or become very outstanding or something of a very great qualities to show off that they are something better than others. A person who is really in connection with the divine is least bothered about how people pay attention to that person, but automatically the attention of such a person is on others, which is very, very subtle, very subtle. You cannot make out that the attention of such a person is on you, but it works, and it works beautifully. So then when we come to our heart, in the heart resides the spirit, as you know very well. Now when it is the heart which has to work over your brain and which can work, what becomes of you is nothing but you become a source of love and compassion. A source, I am saying. You do not assert on others. You do not say that I have done so much for you and what are you doing to me? What is this that I should have so much expressed in so many ways, and here you are forgetting me and not doing anything for me. So the expectation of reward, if it is there, then you must know it's your mind which is giving you these ideas and is working it out that way that you just now put attention to the amount of love the other person has given you for whatever you have given to another person. It's very subtle. So in Saj Yoga, you should see now yourself as just a source of love which is just flowing. In that you do not say that you have to have this or that, or you have to achieve this goal, or you have to become that. It's finished now. Once you have become the source, then how can you become something? The thing is, those who are receiving from the source want to have some sort of a reward or some sort of a recognition. In this subtle way, if you move, your mind is very clever. In Sahaja Yoga, we have very clever, intelligent people. But this mind, you have to be very careful. Because this mind can cheat you. So ask your mind, why are you in Sahaja Yoga? What is the purpose of your Sahaja Yoga? Gradually, this mind will shut up. And then you have to ask yourself that what is my own desire now? What do I want? What do I want to achieve? Why I am in Sahaja Yoga? If you ask this question, you will see you will just dissolve. You will become thoughtless.
So now let us sit for a few moments in the silence of this meditation. We might want to take our right hand and place the center of the palm on top of the head, on the Sahasrara. And just bend the head slightly forward and massage it clockwise a few times. And we are just watching to see if our attention, our awareness is settling here at the top of the head. We are not trying to focus or control anything. We are just watching. And if we notice that the attention is indeed settling there, we just go with it, surrender to that state, and allow this silence to manifest. We can bring our right hand down, have both the hands comfortably open, and give it a few moments to work out. As we continue to meditate, we will recite or sing a hymn that was written by a saint in India at a very young age. It was written by Sri Adi Shankaracharya, and it basically highlights the state of what it is to be when that attention is absolutely one with the spirit, when it is absolutely clean. And he describes it as nothingness, that I am nothing except the pure consciousness and pure joy. I'm not this body, I'm not these organs, nor my ego, or my emotions. I'm not a teacher, I'm not a disciple, a brother, a sister, a father or mother, a son or a daughter. I am nothing but pure consciousness. So we can continue to just sit in meditation as we listen to this. Tad Nishkala. Manobodhyahankar chittaninaham na chakshotra jivhe na chaghranetre न च व्योम भूमिर् न तेजो न वायु चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न च प्राणसन्ध्यो न वै पञ्चवायु नवा सप्तधातुर्नवा पञ्चकोशः नवाक्पाणिपादौ न चोपस्थपायु चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे द्वेषरागो न मे लोभमोह मधो नैव मे नैव मात्सर्यभावः न धर्मो न चार्थो न कामो न मोक्षः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न पुण्यं न पापं न सौख्यं न दुःखं न मन्त्रो न तीर्थं न वेदा न यज्ञः अहं भोजनं नैव भोज्यं न भोक्ता चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे मृत्युशङ्का न मे जातिभेदः पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्मः न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्यः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् अहं निर्विकल्पो निराकाररूपो विभुर्व्याप्तसर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणां सदा मे समत्वं न मुक्तिर्न बन्धः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं Shivoham Chidanandarupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidanandarupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidanandarupa Shivoham Shivoham. Let us very simply put our right hand back on our heart and with a very pleasant feeling towards ourselves, with confidence, let us silently say a few times that Mother, I am the pure self. Mother, I am the pure self. Please let me feel the joy of the Spirit in my heart. And we can bring our right hand back to our lap and just sit effortlessly, exposing ourselves to this silence, letting it nourish us. And whenever we are ready, we can slowly go ahead and open our eyes.
So we can all together raise our Kundalini and put ourselves in abundance. And we can put our attention on our left side, the side of our desire, as we're raising our Kundalini. Thank you, Mother Kundalini, once again, for granting me the state of meditation, purifying my attention, and allowing me to enjoy effortless meditation. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. When we're ready, we can open our eyes. So this brings us to the end of our session, and now we'll have some important announcements. First thing is a poll. We would like, for our planning purposes, to understand if you would be interested in joining us for the next session, which will be starting on June 28th until August 16th. This is the next session of our 21-day course. So we hope the answer is yes, but there are 3 choices there for you: yes, no, and not sure. If you could please take a moment right now to answer that before we go on, that would be great. And as we're answering this part of the poll, our next on the slide on the screen here is our next session, which will be on Sunday. This will be day 61, and the topic of Sunday will be about clearing our chakras and getting into silence. It's a wonderful evening, from foot soak to guided meditation, Shri Mataji's talk, and a workshop. And as we know, clearing ourselves just makes the overall state of meditation that much more enhanced and enjoyable. So that's the purpose of clearing our chakras and channels. And we also hablamos español. If you speak Spanish and would like to be put into a separate room with other Spanish-speaking instructors, we would love to have you there. Please indicate that into the chat at this time. And finally, if you would like to have a mentor, please indicate that also in the chat. Say, I want a mentor one-on-one, and we will assign you to an experienced Sage Yoga teacher. So we'll put on a little music now. If you want to continue to be in the state of meditation, please do that. That would be wonderful. And it's been our pleasure to be with you today. It has made our evening that much more special.
Yes, it was very, very joyful. And as we continued, the silence just kept on building, and that is purely because we were all together. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great night.